Good morning, guys, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I'm Martin, and I've popped back on today because I wanted to show you something that I was kind of forced to buy, right? By Lennox, of course. No. She kind of really enabled me to get two things. And so obviously I know Lennox has got impeccable taste. So, I thought, why the hell not? Let me treat myself because I'm always doing that lately. I blame the weather, or I've just got no self control whatsoever. So I have got to actually blame somebody else for that, haven't I? Right. So excuse me. So I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Lennox pointed me in the direction of this lady over on Instagram, and I followed her, and I knew she was kind of a deck creator and an artist, but I didn't realise that she was from the UK. So obviously I thought, oh my god, if I order something from her, I haven't got to wait like weeks on end for the shipping. And when I looked at the deck, I thought, oh, I've just got to have that deck. It is so stunning. So on a more serious note now, so the deck arrived yesterday with the guidebook. The deck cost, I can't remember how much the deck cost me. All in all, I think the total was 50 pound, £55, something like that. Well, anyway, the deck, you can buy the deck standalone, but it doesn't come with any kind of instructions. So there was a separate guidebook available for £12, and I thought, I'm gonna have to have the two, so I did. Anyhow, the said deck that I'm talking about is called the Spirit Carrier Oracle, and this is by a lady called Maya Iluzia, and I have no idea where Maya's from originally. I know there's a lot of kind of Finnish, you know, what do you call it? Not mythology. Hang on, Finnish inspiration. Right, so. Oh, you know me, I'm such a mess. Right, so hang on. Right, so Spirit Carrier, it says on the back of the box, Spirit Carrier Oracle cards invite you on an eclectic adventure inspired by the natural beauty of crystals and the ancient magic of runes. 80 Oracle cards, second edition. I didn't know there was a first. Sorry. Anyhow, right, so the guidebook that comes along with it's absolutely lovely. It's printed by the deck's printed by Ivory Graphics, which are UK based printers. They've done a few decks that I've got. My most favourite one is the Red Seeds Tarot by Linda Hill. And the quality of the cards is just absolutely brilliant. So I picked up the deck and the guidebook last night, and I sat down with the guidebook. And to say this deck is pretty phenomenal is actually an understatement. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, not just because of the artwork absolutely draw me in, and look at the backs are so gorgeous. It's everything, the whole system, the concept of the deck, the way you can use it in so many different ways is just probably one of the best Oracle decks, Oracle stroke system stroke meditation system, whatever you want to call it, divination system, I have actually had in a very long time. So Maya actually says that even though she's give meanings for the cards and explained a lot about each image, which I will show you in the guidebook. So for instance, that one is called Nevertheless. It's all in alphabetical order, by the way, in the guidebook. Nothing irritates me more than a guidebook or it's not in alphabetical order. So there is a full description of the card, and you've got the meaning and the crystals were in the card, and also the wood as well. So basically what Maya suggests you do is you can use these cards in many different ways. So there is a little keyword on the bottom. There's also a petroglyph. On some of the cards you have, let me just show you what I mean in a second. So on this card, for instance, you have a rune and crystals. So the cards are photographs of natural objects, you know, from, you know, I don't know whether it's from Maya's own personal collection or whatever, but it really, really works as a deck. Now, she suggests that you look at the image, if the image is contained, if it's expanding, the colours, the things that are used in the images. Let me just show you the deck as I'm kind of walking through. So, as I said, the book has got meanings, but you can totally use your intuition with this deck. You can use it for meditation, you can use it for pathworking, you can use it for anything you see fit. The creator has even suggested the way to use the keywords as a whole sentence when it's laid out. Obviously, you know, if you know your crystals as well, you can use, like, you know, the meanings, the esoteric meanings of the crystals. It's just the possibilities with this kind of deck is absolutely endless, and I have fallen in love with it. I haven't yet done a proper reading with the deck. I'm going to do that today at some point. But it's for me, because, you know, I come from a TDM Tarot de Marseille background, this works on a similar way, because, you know, you can completely get so much from the image, and, you know, you can see there's containment. Is that, you know, kind of keeping that protected, or is it keeping it imprisoned? You know, I think it depends on what you see personally in that card at that any given moment. Obviously, you can use like color therapy as well. This one's called Discern Reality. And there's so many kind of unique ways. You know, it's nice to see something that you can actually use in your practice, and it would actually grow with you. So I am so looking forward to, you know, finding out how I can use this deck, what I can use it for. The artwork is incredibly beautiful. You know, it really works for me, and I absolutely love decks like this. I am more now about the intuitive decks. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I have got lots and lots of different oracle decks with a keyword on the bottom, and they work perfectly fine. But when something hasn't got a particular system to it, I find it works better for me. And so that one looked to me, just as I showed that on the camera, that reminds me of angel wings or whatever, but you may not see that, you know, the same as I see it. And there's single runes, and there's 3 runes on the cards as well. So if you're interested in learning the runes, obviously, you know, there is, you know, this is a good learning tool. I presume that the rune meaning, you know, lines up with the meaning of the keyword on the bottom. And obviously, you know, the guidebook, you know, does add a lot of depth to each card. Right, so I went onto the creator's website last night, and there was some spray cloths. Sadly, that sold out. And there was some other decks as well. There is a rune deck like this one. There are some rune cards you can also buy as well, like thin iron Blung rune cards. But I'm just telling you because I mean I prefer like a, you know, a physical wooden rune. So you would be able to use this like along with anything, I think, you know. It reminds, got like kind of very kind of pagan-esque vibes to it as well. And there are 3 cards in here which can represent a you know, like in the Lenormand, when you've got like the man and the woman card, a significator card, and there's also a personal one for yourself. But what the creator says in the beginning of the guidebook, introducing you to the deck, is absolutely brilliant. And I kind of like, you know, tried to absorb that chapter before I moved on. So, you know, there is a lot to see. There's a lot to kind of like process when you see the images. And I'm really looking forward to it. And another thing, okay, what I found, because I know we all love, absolutely love deck pairings now. So what I've done is I've pulled 3 decks out by the same creator, which is the lovely Trisha Murray of Remembering the Sweet Fool Tarot. Now, Trisha's got 3 decks out, and right, let me show you guys what I mean. So look at this. This is gonna work absolutely seamlessly together. So there's the card from the Spirit Carrier Oracle. There is a card from, let me just like quickly look through these. There's a card from Trisha's Oracle deck. There is a card from Trisha's new Oracle deck, and there is a card from Trisha's Tarot. So how cool does that look? So these are going to be quads, quadruplets in in the divination cards. So I am so looking forward to kind of like getting these decks out later and like kind of pulling a card, giving myself a reading. And yeah, I mean, it's just so lovely the way that they kind of work together without like hunting through your decks. And I'm sure if you haven't got Trisha's decks, you can find many decks if you're into deck pairings that would pair up with this one. But I just sort of wanted to show you guys, like, you know, what I've got in my own personal collection and that I'm going to be using. And so, yeah, I mean, this was a, you know, was it an impulsive purchase? No, because I trust Lennox's judgment. And you know, I know she wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction. And, you know, she's got some absolutely beautiful decks. You know, check out her channel, which I will link below if you don't know who Lennox is. Lennox is a deck creator, and she's also a very close friend of mine. And she's just a wonderful person. And talking to Lennox, while we're on the subject of her, she also enabled me, as if I haven't got enough planners, to get the Happy Planner. Because Lennox has been using it in her practice now for her daily draws for a while. And she's got a repurposed one. And I have got an old Happy Planner from many years ago, but I haven't really got that many pages left in it. So I thought, you know what, why not just buy an undated one, as you do. And I can start using this now in my daily pulls. What I love about it, you've got the monthly blank calendar. And I like the way the weeks on this are set out, because it's everything at a glance. So you've got the week on the right hand side, which is going to work perfectly. And on the left hand side, you know, you've got your planning bits if you're into the planning. So this is going to work really, really well for me. And yeah, so I'm kind of amassing all these planners. I'll blame you as well, Erin. Yes, you, which of Saturn. Because like Erin's always got different planners as well. And yeah, so we was talking about this briefly on Instagram last night, but you can never have enough planners, can you guys? And so I'm going to be happily decorating my planner, and yeah, really kind of exploring these decks together later. So, just a quick one today. I just wanted to come on to kind of show you guys this beautiful deck. And yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, these beautiful works of art and these things that are really, really worth every penny get overlooked because I haven't really seen this around a lot. I have no idea either how new it is, you know. So obviously I think it was because I was out the loop for so long, you know, I kind of like missed a lot of things um, that came out, but I'm kind of glad now that I came back, and yeah, so that's it. Now there's been a change of plan. So I was originally due to do a live with Kerry Ward last Sunday, but life got in the way, so we've had to reschedule. So it will be a week on Sunday. I will be doing a live. I will obviously put it on my channel towards nearer the time. And next week, you just don't want to miss mine and Levi's witching and bitching, because there's going to be a few eyebrows raised on this occasion, because we have kind of got quite a lot to say and get off our chest. So hopefully you can join us one of the days next week. It's not confirmed what day it is. I'm going to see if we can leave it still to the Wednesday, but I think I might have something to do on the Wednesday. But whatever, it will be one of the days next week anyway, but not Tuesday. And so thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. You know, I do. You know, you with me, you see what you get. I'm not flaky or false. As I said, the reason why I said this deck is nice, it's because it is. I wouldn't spend my money on something and come onto my YouTube channel and say it was nice when it was shit, and you know, basically encourage people to buy it, because you know I am not anything like that. So you have my word, when I say something is decent and is genuine, it is. But obviously this is my personal opinion. What I like, obviously you might not like, and vice versa, and that is totally fine. But I just want to know, I would just want to tell you guys that whenever I say something is good, it is what, you know, I would actually go out and spend my money on it. If it's been a deck I've been sent for review, or if it's a deck I've been, you know, bought myself, you know, 9 times out of 10, I am happy with that purchase. So I just wanted to clear that up, to just tell you guys, you know, what you see is what you get with me. So thank you always for being around, and your comments and, you know, the interactions is just so lovely. I love being on YouTube and part of the community. I will see you all one day next week, if not before. I can't remember if I've been enabled by anybody else to buy anything. I'm sure I'll be back on here showing you again if I have. So you have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. I will see you all soon. Sending love as always from my heart to yours. Bye guys. Love you all.